Hi you guys, what's up dream makers? What is happening? So, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time. I've got a whole notebook here. I'm not going to hold it. I probably am going to hold it right here. But I'm super excited to share with you guys a lot of the takeaways and a lot of what I learned. Let me preface this with, if you are here and you are happy where you are, if you're not looking to build a team, if you are not looking to make some kind of empire or make over a couple hundred a month, then a lot of what I'm going to say doesn't pertain to you, and that's totally okay that you're where you are and that's where you want to be. We're happy you're here with us regardless. Hey Nikaya, hey Stephanie, what's up? Make sure you have your notebooks, your pencils. Let me know if you are live. Let me know if you watch the replay. We like to know who's catching these so that we can see where you are, because it's good for us to know what it is that you want, particularly like personally to you. But again, so if you're not looking to build something really large, or you're not looking to build a team at all, that's totally okay. But what I'm going to share is for people who do, okay? I just want to be clear on what's happening here, okay? So I have lots and lots of notes, so please get a notebook and a pencil if you can. If you can't, somebody maybe can type them out in the comments so that people have like little star notes, and they can come back and steal them later. It's totally up to you, okay? So the first day, and if you follow me, you know I shared this, but the first day, the first quote that was shared was, "A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles." And if you don't understand what that really means, it just is that you can't look at everything as a transaction. You cannot think on, let's see how much more money I can make. Let's see how many people I can get to do this XYZ. It's, you're grateful for the people that you have that are coming to you. You're grateful for the process. You're grateful for everything. You just wake up with gratitude and the results will come. The results will come, but if you're looking at it as a transaction, you're not going to grow very far, because if you're not in it to impact and help people, you're probably just going to make a couple $100s a month. And again, if you're happy with that, that's awesome. But if you're one of the people like me who want to, hey Jackie, if you're one of the people like me who want to bring this all the way to the tippy top, then you need to remember this. Jace, what did I say to you? I understand, but I asked you to be quiet. You have a whole box of chips. Okay. So the next thing is, oh, no, it's not the next thing. It's just my next take on it is, the world is full of takers. Be a giver, right? Be a giver and do the work. Like, if you've not listened to the book, Go Giver, Sell More on Audible, you need to listen to it. It's just, it's a fable, it's a tale, it's a story, whatever you want to call it. And it's not the easiest book to get through, but I promise you the moral of the story is worth the entire book, okay? So go giver, sell more. Be a giver, because there are so many takers. So many. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes that, okay? And think about, this is a question for you guys, and I want you to do it, and I want you to think about it, and hopefully I will get some feedback on here live and maybe after. But I want you to write down something, actually 3 things that you want to accomplish within the next 2 years, okay? Within your life, within your business. So for me, I want to be influencer. I want to have a new car that's like new, like as in not over 5 years, like not under, how do I explain it? So nothing less than a 2014, right? So I want a new car, newer car to me, and I want to be influencer, and I want to get my kids, throw away everything they have, throw away all I have, and get new clothes and shoes, and redo their entire bedrooms according to them. That's what I want. Those are my goals. Hey, my 3 goals. So I want you to write down 3 that you have for the next 2 years. And share them if you can. If you'd like to share them, we would love to hear them. Love to see what they are. And that's just a way that we can say it out loud, put it out in the universe. Because if you don't believe in manifesting, that's fine, but I truly believe in it. So if you say something out loud, when I sold my first $4,000 in sales, I'd said it out loud and didn't believe it truly, but I said it out loud, and I knew because I told somebody that I was going to do it, that I would work way harder to get there, and I did get there. I did get there. I ended up selling like $3,000 the last 2 weeks to get there. So there's power in putting it down. And make sure that you write it down. If you share it or not, if you share it, awesome. If you don't, that's fine. But make sure you write those 3 goals down that you want to hit in the next 3 years. And they don't just have to be business related, okay? Okay. So, when we are sharing about Maskcara, what are we sharing? Okay? So, we first of all, for every like 4 posts, then you need to put a Maskcara post, okay? If this is on your personal Facebook profile, whatever. But make sure that you're not overdoing it. Make sure you're remembering your dogs, your kids, whatever you were sharing about before you joined the company. Don't forget those things. If you're sharing quotes, recipes, clothes, whatever you were sharing before, don't forget those things. But when we market Maskcara, we have to first market ourselves. Because when people feel like they know you, the real you, even when it's not the highlight reel and sunshine and rainbows, they're going to trust you and they're going to feel like they can relate to you. And that's how you're going to build your team. If you're one of the people who want to build a team, they're going to be attracted to you. Because they're like, oh, she can do it, then I can, because she's a single mom, she's a stay-at-home mom, or she works here, or she's got a full-time job, or she's a nurse, or she's a teacher, or she's this, or she's that, or, oh, she was on drugs once, me too, or she had a bad childhood, me too. Like, people will relate to who you are. When they say your vibe attracts your tribe, that is so true, okay? So if one of your goals are, I want to retire my husband, okay? That's one of your things, and this is what I need you to do, okay? I need you to be clear. So one of mine is buy new clothes and redo all the bedrooms for all of us. So obviously I'm doing the bedrooms now, but I want them really done up in the apartment. I'm not at the apartment right now. I probably won't be there till tomorrow, just FYI. But I want you to think about it. So if you're going to retire your husband, what are you and your husband going to do on Tuesday? What are you going to do on Wednesday? What are you going to do every day? Maybe you're still going to be working when you retire your husband. Maybe you love your job, right? So what's he going to be doing? Envision that. See it. Because what I see when I think, oh my word, whoop, shoo, I don't want that to happen. But what I see when I think of what my life will look like when I accomplish just those 3 things is insane to me. And that's within the next 2 years, right? So the difference is when you're making these goals that are far out there, you need to make them big goals. Big goals. Don't cut yourself short. Make them big and write them down. Make them as big as you want. But what you're doing monthly and what you're doing weekly, your weekly goals, because I do it every Monday, I make new goals for the week. I do monthly, then I break it down weekly goals. They need to be attainable. They need to make you stretch, and they need to be activity goals. Because when you're saying, I want to sell $4,000 in makeup, I want to rank to top hacker, I want to rank to this or that, or I want 6 new girls to join me, I want 1 new girl to join me. You can't control that, and so when you don't hit those, you get down. You get down, and then you're on this down slope of the roller coaster, and it's really hard to get your momentum to go back up. So what I want you to do when you're writing your goals down and you're envisioning what you want, your big goals, your far out goals, make them big, but closer up, I want them to be activity goals, okay? So maybe you want to reach out to 5 people a day. Maybe you want to make posts every day. Maybe you want to do 3 live videos a week. Maybe you want to do 1 live video a week. Maybe you don't do live videos at all. Whatever. But make it stuff you can control. You can control how many people you talk to. You can control how many times you post. You can control how good your content is. Maybe one of your goals is to create new content. Maybe it's have a photo session, just you and your stuff. But whatever your goals are, maybe it's exercise once a day or something. Whatever your weekly goals are, your monthly and weekly goals, you can set the pace for you. Make sure it's attainable. If you have something going on that week, okay, then you don't need to be messaging 20 people a day because you're not going to hit that. And if you miss your goals 2 weeks in a row, you're going to feel shitty. Okay? We don't want to feel shitty. We want to feel good. So make your goals action goals, goals that you can control. Somebody type that down. Somebody put down, make action goals for your short-term goals. Do not make them result goals because you can't control that, okay? But your long-term goals, make them anything you want, as big as you want, okay? All right, so next, let's move on. Move on. So maybe that's an action step for you. So the week is just beginning, so maybe you write down your action goals for activity goals for this week. Maybe that's what you need to be doing. Maybe that's an action goal for you right now. Aside from Go Give or Sell More, listening to that book if you have not, and making sure that you write down those 3 things that you want in your life within the next 2 years. Okay? All right. So next. So this was done by Ray and Jessica. This training was, and so do you know that I don't know how many of you know who Mother Teresa is, but when we hear things like Harmony Abuse, her class was amazing. I listened to that, and it was sharing versus selling at Dream, and it was so good. And yes, Jackie, but it was so good. However, when we attach these gross words or gross feelings towards selling, you are automatically taking yourself out of the room. You're automatically taking yourself out of the running for getting high sales. And the reason why is Mother Teresa is a freaking huge salesman. Like, she's a huge closer. Mother Teresa was a beast. Do you know what all she done? If you don't, you need to look it up. All the things that she done, the people that she done it with, the people that she convinced to do things her way, they're unconvincible, and she done it. She's a major salesperson, a major closer. But she was doing it not just for the transaction, as I was talking about at the beginning, but she done it to impact more people. She done it on purpose. And yes, she sold those people that she convinced that her way was the right way. But look how much good that she brought to the world. How much impact. You'll hear her. She is infamous. She will live on forever. Maybe she might not, but her story will. Your story can too. Even if you feel like you're boring, even if you feel like you do nothing every day, your story is what people are going to be attracted to. I met a girl. This is not in my notes. But I met a girl at the event, and she was my roommate, and she said, I don't have that story like you. I wasn't, I had a good childhood, but we weren't rich, but we weren't poor, but we were middle class, and so we had what we need, but nothing extra, right? And I said to her, do you realize how many other people feel that way? Like their story is inadequate because it wasn't really bad or it wasn't really good. Do you realize how many people feel that way? That's how many people can relate to you. Because there's more people who didn't get like government assistance because they're middle class. So they still struggled, they just didn't struggle that hard, right? They had what they needed, but they still struggled. And they probably worked harder than the poor ever will, right? Because usually the poor get all this assistance and they don't do shit. They just stay poor. And the rich, they don't have to work hard at all because they already have it. So if you're middle class and that middle ground like her, feeling ashamed because her story wasn't I was really poor, had a really bad life, or I wasn't this great life, she thought that she wasn't important. But do you know how many people relate to that? Do you know how many people have that same story? That's how she can grow her team. That's how you can grow your team. The story that you think is insignificant is the one that can impact the most people. And if you are here and you're looking to grow your team, you better be looking to impact people or it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So when I wake up in the morning, I wake up and I have a Rank Makers journal. And if you're not in Rank Makers and you can afford $20 a month, Ray does a video every single day with super duper easy. There's a training and a simple action step every day. But there's journals in there, and I bought one. It's 90-day journals, and at the beginning, every day I fill it out, and the first thing is, I am grateful for blank. I am grateful for blank. And what did I say at the beginning? A grateful heart. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. Did I say that? So every day I start out my day with I'm grateful for whatever. And I put it down. Even on the days that it's so damn hard to think of anything, even if it's just breathing, I write that down. Because if you start your day with a grateful heart, anything else that follows that is going to be a miracle to you. Whether it's little things or big things, because the little things are the big things. And that is really that's my mantra. Right? Alright, so let's keep going. I knew this was going to be a long one, so if you have to come back, you can. That's totally fine. Make sure that you're writing some of this stuff down. Okay. So, what I was saying, but if you have a negative mentality towards sales, right? Because that's what it is. What are you going to do? We don't sell anything. We just share it, and somehow people buy it. We do share it. But at the end of the day, it's still a sale, right? It's still a sale. And that's awesome because you've helped them and they're going to feel great about their makeup and they're going to love their new stuff. There's nothing gross about it. We're changing lives here, people. There's nothing wrong with it being a sale. So don't have that mindset because you will never be something that which you despise. Okay? So if you have a problem with sales or a salesperson or whatever, you're not going to make it very far. You don't have to be spammy or gross about it, but you don't want to think something negative when you think of it, because subconsciously you're going to be like, oh, I don't like that. And then you're not going to want people, you're going to feel like other people are going to, whether you realize it or not, you're not going to sell very much makeup or anything else because your subconscious mind don't want other people viewing you the way you view salespeople. So love the salespeople and you'll become a great one. In a good way, right? In a good way. Okay. Okay. So, if you are not already using Amanda's tools, you need to be. Because otherwise, you're not duplicatable. Okay? So, let's just be real here, right? So, she made these videos for us. We're super new, so corporate doesn't have them. That's fine. So, use hers. If you don't know what that is, go join Team Freedom. Okay? Search Linktree and you can find it, and she's got them all in one little link and you can use them all. But when you're reaching out to people, and if you're not reaching out to people, you need to be reaching out to people, okay? But when you're reaching out to people, whether it's what's the makeup look? Jay, stop. Hush. I don't care. She's fine. Leave it alone. So when you're reaching out to people, you say, whether you're talking about, if it's about the opportunity, you're like, hey, are you open to hey, their name, make sure you say their name, okay? So, hey Dara, how are you? It's been such a long time, but I remember you loving makeup so much. And I have found this makeup that is literally easy enough for me, right? And I never wore makeup before. And if you're open to it, I would love to share a short video with you about it and a couple before and afters. And if not, it's totally cool. This is selling the product, right? That's what I'm talking about right now. And they say, no, okay, whatever. They don't respond, okay, whatever. But if they say yes, right? If they say yes, then I'll go to Amanda's how-to video or Kara's What is 3D Foundation video, and I'll share that with them. And I will go find my own before and after and a couple others, and I'll send them to them, okay? And then from there, the conversation will go. And what you'll say is, what did you like best about the video, right? What did you like best about the video? And they may say, well, I didn't like that video. That looked super hard. Oh, man, really? I've never heard that before. Even if everybody you talk to says the video's crap, you say, oh, man, I've never heard that before. Can you tell me what you were hoping to see? And go from there, right? Goes to opportunity 2. So, hey, Dara, how are you? I know that you had so many friends in high school, and I think by the number on your friends list that you could really do super good. Like, I only had 150 friends when I started, so anything over that, I'm like, hoorah! If you're open to it, I would love to share this side thing I'm doing with you, if it doesn't interfere with what you're currently doing, and if not, it's totally cool. And if they say no, okay. If they don't respond, okay. But if they say yes, you send them the video that says basics. Or if they're a salon owner, you send them the beauty professionals one. So on and so forth. There's different ones for different types of people. Amanda has carefully done that for us. Okay? Okay. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Whoever's leaving, Jackie. It's Jackie. I'll see you. Okay, but, so, you do that. You don't care if they respond or not, right? What's even more powerful is if it's somebody you haven't talked to in a long time and you're like, hey, so-and-so, I know it's been super long and I would love to catch up, but that's really not what I messaged you for. I know how much you love makeup and I'm doing this thing and I'm absolutely in love with it. I would love, it's a little side gig I'm doing, making extra money, and if you would love, I would love to send you a little video about it if you're open to it, and if not, no big deal. If they say no, you say, okay, how are you? Oh man, do you know how powerful it is to say how are you even after they say no? You get a second chance with that, girls. You get a second chance with that. Because then they're like, oh shit, she cares. She cares. Instead of tiptoeing around the tulips, how's your kids, how's your dogs, how's your life, how's your job? Let's talk for 3 years before I actually ask you what I want to. Don't do that to people. They know that you're not just messaging them for any reason. They know, right? Their BS meter is like boop, 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 boop. Don't be fake just trying to be that. Tell them, get to the freaking point. Tell them what's up. If that's something you're like, it's up to you what you do and what you don't do. For me, I get to the point, and if they say no, I still say, how are you? Because I care. I care. But if I come in with the how are you and tiptoe through it and finally ask them the question, I'm going to come off as fake and gross. And then they're not going to like me and they're not going to trust me. And that's not who I am. So I ask them first. They say no. Okay, how are you? It's been a long time. Or if they don't respond, I'll still message them happy freaking birthday. I'll still tell them, if I see them commenting on my stuff, I'll still tell them thank you because I'm still grateful for them. Even if they don't respond. Does not matter. Okay? I hope you understand what I'm saying to you. If you have questions about it, please do ask, okay? Please do ask, okay? Hold on. So, alright, so if you get somebody like me who is super duper broke, when they start, this is what you do, okay? If they're like, I don't know if I have the money, alright? I don't know if I have the money. I don't know how to come up with the money, but we're really struggling right now, and my kids really need to get some new clothes, or I really need to get a new car. What you say to them is, if you don't do this, have you thought about what you'll do? Because for me, there was no plan B. There is no plan B for me, okay? So when you ask them that, they're going to think really hard about what it is that you're offering them. And all they got to say is yes or no, okay? All they got to say is yes or no. It doesn't affect you in either way. In any way, either way, if it's yes or no, right? We don't get paid to sign people up, right? We only get paid if we help them. If they want to do the work, then we help them, then we get paid. But otherwise, we're not getting paid to sign them up, so who cares if they say yes or no? If they say yes, yes, we'll help you. If you want to do what I suggest, let's go. If you're coachable, let's go. And if you're happy doing nothing, or you're not ready to go yet, that's fine too. Happy to have you, right? So, ask them. If you don't ask them, you're doing them a disservice. I'm telling you, you're missing out on people like me, whose lights were fixing to get cut off if I didn't do something. If I didn't sell toys and clothes to get the kit. You're missing out on those people who will run so freaking hard to make it happen because they have no plan B. So the question you ask them is, if you don't do this, what will you do to come up with that? Or what will you do to make whatever happen that you want to happen? And if they don't have a plan B, the majority of the time they don't. They're going to say, okay, what do I need to come up with? What do I need to do to come up with the money? And you tell them about Facebook groups, yard sale groups, and you tell them they can go through some stuff and sell it like Michelle did. Super, super simple. Okay? All right. And then, let's go. Okay. So, here's where a lot of people, I'm just going to lay this down because here I'm going to get warmed up. Like I said, y'all may have to come back. It's fine. But get people all the time when they join me, right? They're like, well, I want to make sure I know. And no, I'm not picking on anybody. I love you guys. I've done it myself, but I've learned a lot, trial and error. So here we are. Please take this with a grain of salt. Throw out what you don't resonate with. Keep what you do, all right? So I hear people all the time. They join. And they're doing the things that I suggest, or they're not, either way. And I'm like, so do you want to grow a team? And they're like, yes. I'm like, all right. And they're like, but I really want to know all the things first. I really want to know everything. And I want to be successful before I have people join my team. I want to know that I can teach them before I have them join my team. Guys, you can't be successful if you don't talk to people and you don't get people on your team. That's why I'm here. That's why Marley's here. That's why Chris is here. Amanda, Jackie, Jessica, and so on and so on and so on. You guys, you're never going to know all the things. You're not. I don't. I'll be here a year in September, and I do not know all the things. You're not going to know them all. Harley, Jesse, let me just tell you. Whoops, about fell. There's chips under me. My kids have crushed them, and it's gross. But Harley Jessie came in like a wrecking ball. Telling you. She's like, okay, Michelle, what do I do? And you know what I done? I'm like, okay, take a before and after. Post it. Save this. She done it. Alright? I'm like, okay, tomorrow, make a regular post. Post a quote, do something. You know what? She done it. I put her in that elite hacker group, and I'm like, go through the steps. She done that. I'm like, all right, let's get your launch class started. And when you get to your 4th regular post, let me know so we can make you another one for your personal profile, right? So we get this launch class going. And before her launch class, she's already hit elite because she's asking me what to do, and she's doing what I tell her. She's doing what I suggest for her to do because she's coachable. She hadn't even been here 3 weeks and she hit elite. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you. You don't have to learn it all because we already have. So if we tell you to do it, you can pretty much bet that we know because we've done trial and error. We know what works and what don't work. And you can do what we suggest or not. That's your choice. But we know what works. So you don't have to know all the things. We don't know them all. We're just winging it. We're all winging it. Hey, Amber. But you can't be successful without talking to those people and building a team. Do you realize that? Like, you can't be successful first, right? You can't be successful and then get a team. You have to get a team to be successful if that's the drive that you want. If you want to build a team and you want to take it to the tippy top like me, and if you don't, that's fine, right? At the beginning of this video, I said, if you didn't want to build a team and you didn't want to make more than a couple $100s a month, then throw away a lot of what I'm saying. But if you do want to be a top leader, right, and you do want to make a lot of money, then you need to listen to what I'm telling you, all right? So, now, here we go. Let's skip off that one, but I get on a little tangent sometimes. That's why I don't train you guys a lot, because I get lost, or I get fired up and ready to go. So, oh man. So, some stuff is fixing to happen for Dream Makers, whether you realize it or not. But if you go to Maskcara 101, the group that Marley so nicely created for us a long time ago, she has, just like Jackie, but in a more specific way, like the Elite Roadmap to Elite Hacker group, steps to do when you join. And if you go and you look at that, you'll see it. If you join both groups and go through those steps, you can't fail when you're first starting out. You really can't if you do what you're suggested. Now, who are Dream Makers? Who are we, you guys? Right? You're not going to see me, Marley, or Chris post something like, okay, let's see how many milk sets we can sell today, guys. Ready, set, go. And you can't, hey, Nikki, so glad you're here. Message me anytime. I am at your disposal all the time. No, I mean, obviously, I will message back anytime. But you can message me anytime. This is totally not like towards you, right? This is not toward any one specific person. There's lots of people in this group. But so who are we? Who are we? And the reason, see, we had an option to throw away this group so that there was less groups. But how many of you feel safe here? Raise your hand. Throw me a little girl emoji with a hand up. How many of you feel comfortable to post here? How many of you feel comfortable asking questions in this group? How many of you feel welcome here in this group? And I'll bet you majority of you say, me, I do. Because I do. I know Michaela does. I know Christina does. I know I know my girls do. Because they do it, right? So if you feel comfortable here, please throw me up a hand. And that's why we're keeping the group. Dream makers are different. We love on you no matter your level of desire. We love on you no matter what. We're glad you're here no matter what it is that you want in this business. Even if you just want the discount, we love you being here. And we're going to recognize you when you're trying hard, not just when you're ranking up. We're going to thank you for being here just because we love having you. We don't have to be killing ourselves if that's not what we want to do to love you, right? And I think that's why that it works here. That's why Dream Makers is here to stay. We're not going anywhere. And it's only because there's a comfort level here. And we've created that. We've created that together. And it's important that we keep it. Culture is a big, big deal. And it's really hard to start a new group and create that culture with very few people. So as your teams grow, throw them in here with us. Throw them in here. And we will love on them regardless of where they are. And they will be happy here. I think culture is underrated. And for us all to feel really comfortable here, see hands, all the hands, that is a big deal. How many of you feel like you can post in other groups just anytime you want? Or go live anytime you want? Or ask a question anytime you want? It feels uncomfortable, right? It feels like you don't really want to do it. You don't know what somebody will say or something. Like nobody's going to do that, but you still feel it because I do. Right? That's just the way we are, but together we are. The culture here is great and we want to keep it. So when you get your team, add them here and we will be happy. We want to help you all in the level that you want to achieve here. Even if it's just the discount, we still want you here and we want you to love. We want to love on you. Okay, now let's move on. Let's move on, you guys, because holy shoot. Okay, so here's some numbers, okay? 80% of people are happy making zero, right? 0 to $500 a month on your team. You hear what I'm saying to you? 0 to $500. 80% of people. 80% of people are fine and happy making that. So if you get somebody on your team and they're not doing something, they're happy. Who in the hell are you to tell them not to be happy for themselves? So what I'm telling you is be happy for them wherever they are. If you're going to grow a team, know where they want to be. If they want to make $100, if they don't want to make any, find out where they want to be and help them get there. Help them get there. And if it's $0, that's fine. That's so fine. We love them, right? Okay, 15% have a desire of making anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 a month. 15%. Do you realize how small of a number that is? Right? And 5% want to make over $10,000 a month. 10 or more. Very few of us. So that's why I preface this video with, if you're fine making a few $100s, then take what I'm saying with a grain of salt and throw away anything that doesn't pertain to you. And that's totally okay, right? But understand that when you're building a team, not everybody's going to want the same thing that you want. Some people don't want to build a team at all. Some people are happy just being your friend. just being your friend and being in the groups with you and you loving on them. And that has to be okay with you. You can't make them feel bad or they will leave. They will leave. And why throw away a friend? Because they're happy where they are? That doesn't make sense, does it? Okay. Okay. Where are we? I'm looking. Sorry guys, I'm a loser. Let's see where we are. Hold on, you guys. Okay, so when you're sharing about mascara, this is what you share. First of all, don't be saying mascara in every post. If you are, you can start new and not do it as much. I wouldn't, because then they can Google it and all your work just went down the drain and they can find anybody else or corporate, okay? Okay, alright. Now, just as awkward for us as it is to reach out to people when we get paid to do it, it's awkward for them to reach out to us, so don't just throw your stuff out there because they can find it and then they'll use it and then your time was wasted, alright? So, same makeup, new makeup, right? So, okay, but what you share the benefit, not the it's cream so it does this, or it's this so it does this. It's cruelty, like cruelty free is a good benefit. Or it's a good fact, rather. It's a good fact to know, and a lot of people will ask the question, but don't let them ask you. Let them ask you for that. Unless you're like Chris and that's how you promote, let them ask you, because if you word vomit on them, you may talk them out of doing what they were doing, and we don't want that. We want to help them. So the benefit is, I feel like I lose 10 pounds in my face. I feel like I get way more done when I'm wearing this makeup. I feel like I have way more time to do other things with my kids or whatever, because it only takes me 11 minutes, because that's how long it takes me. I'm not one of the 5-minute people. I feel like a feeling is a benefit, right? So when you're sharing about it, share how it makes your friend feel. Maybe even tag her. Oh my word, Summer, I'm so happy that Summer got her new makeup. She told me that she was feeling so much more confident, and she's absolutely in love with it. She says that she can go to town or anywhere, and it only takes her 5 minutes to get ready, and she feels good about herself for the first time in years. That's a feeling, and that's what sells. That's why people will want to buy from you, because they want to feel that. They don't care. Most people don't care any of the other stuff. If they ask, tell them, because we have a great freaking product. Hello, did you watch Chris's overview? If you didn't, go watch it. We have a great product. But if they're not asking that, like when you're promoting it on your posts, that's what you need to do. And when you tag them, their friends are going to see that. Their friends are going to see it, and then that's more people eyes on you. Okay? Alright. Let's move on. Alright. Who's that? I don't know what's happening. Okay. Okay, so next thing. Here we go. Search for people who need a solution. So, Facebook groups. Don't go just join every direct sales group you can find, network marketing group you can find. Like, you can be in some if you want, that's great. What you need to search for is makeup groups, beauty groups, whatever. And be a helper, not a taker. So meaning, don't go in there and say, hey, what's your favorite mascara? Hey, this product's great, buy it now. It lasts forever, buy it now. It's cheap, buy it now. Don't do that. Share, just like you're teaching them. Maybe even go live in that group and say, oh, I'm going to show you guys how to do my face in 5 minutes without saying the word mascara. And just say, if you have questions about anything I use, just ask me. Comment, what are you using? And I'll message you when I'm done. But I've got to run. I've got to take my kid to the doctor. I've got to do wherever you're going or whatever. And I'll hop off here. But I will message you, I promise. And make sure you say, I promise. Maybe go live in those groups. Right? Offer something to them. Teach them how to contour. Teach them how to do a quick everyday eyeshadow look. Teach them. Show them the brushes. How to, today I done how to hide pores and look more airbrushed, or fine lines or whatever, to get a fuller coverage but still look slick and smooth that's what I done today. You're solving a problem. So search for those groups. Search for those groups. And if you're like, beauty groups, I'm not finding any. Mom makeup. Makeup for moms. Makeup for busy women. Like any kind of group, just widen your search. Okay? And then join those groups and become somebody who gives in there. And you'd be surprised at how many friend requests you will get. Okay? Be friends with everybody. Anybody that comments, you comment back. No matter what. Okay? Okay. Move on. Hold on. You will build your life up to your lowest limiting belief. You better write that down. You will build your life up as high as your lowest limiting belief. So if you think, I'm not a makeup person, I'm not, uh-oh, my phone's going to die. I've got to hurry. Hold on, you guys. So maybe it's, I'm not a makeup person, or I don't look like those other girls, I've got an underbite, or it's, my eyes are sunken and this side of my face is dead like mine, or it's, what, my kids are running crazy in the background, I can't do this, or I can't do that. You're only going to go so far. You have to throw all that crap away and remember what's possible for you. Because we are in so early. Do you understand what it means for you? If this is something that you want, do you understand what being in so early means for you? If you don't, I'm here to tell you that because we don't have some of the things other companies have, we're in at the perfect time. And we're in at the perfect time, and this time is going to last for quite some time. So you had time to build something huge if that's what you want. Okay. You need a coach that's outside Maskcara Beauty, okay? You need ideas from other people that are not in this company. Because we are new, so we're winging it. But other ideas are going to help you, alright? So Rank Makers opens tomorrow, and if you can afford $20 a month, you need to go to joinrankmakers.com and join that tomorrow. And if you don't want to pay that and get all that goodness, then you need to follow Ray and Jessica Higdon, because I know they won't steer you wrong. And when they offer the free videos, watch them. You need to have a coach, and you need to make sure that it's not just here, because everybody needs other ideas. It's good to get together, and it's good to get all the feels, and it's good to meet people, and it's good for that reason, because what works for other people. But you also need other ideas, outside input. Outside input. I heard a story this weekend, and this man, he was robbed, and he was through in his trunk, and he busted out the tail light with his hand. He was alone, and he was trying to reach the trunk button, and he couldn't reach it, and he ended up dying in there in the trunk. His sons went to see the trunk where their father died, and one of the boys got in the trunk and shut it and was feeling around, and he couldn't get it to open either. But the other brother could see from the outside to the inside, and he said all he had to do was go up just a little bit more. Go up just a little bit more, and he opened it, and from the inside, he reached his hand in, listening to his brother, pushed the button, and the trunk opened. If there was an outside perspective, their father would have lived. Sometimes they say, you throw people in water, if they want it bad enough, they'll live. It's not true. That man 100% wanted to live. He wanted to live. He fit his way. He busted out the tail light, but he didn't have the outside perspective to see just an inch higher, just an inch different, to pop that button open, and he died. Having a coach, somebody to give you some kind of perspective, a different look than maybe you're seeing, is so freaking important. It's so important. If you get nothing else from this, that's what you need to remember. You need a different perspective than just your own. Okay. All right. Now, let's see. Let's go. Let me keep going. Hold on. I want to find the last one. Or not the last one, but the one I'm going to share. So be careful following the masses, because the M is sometimes silent. Right? The M is sometimes silent. And you know, here's the thing. You know, when I said don't put mascara, but you'll go to Kat's profile and you'll see it. Or you'll go to, you know, Amanda's profile and you'll see it. Guess what? They're already influencers. They're already influencers. And all the likes and stuff you see on their posts are us. We follow them because they're influencers in the company. So those likes aren't from just customers. Right? Do you understand what I'm saying? So what you think works for them, that works for them because they're already at the top. They've been at the top, like, they have a huge team. Right? We can't do that. We have to get people curious. We're not making that money yet. But if you do what I'm suggesting you to do, and you don't throw out the name of everything, and you don't just give the facts, you can do it too. You just can't. I don't put I work at Maskcara Beauty. I don't put my link right there on my profile because it says Maskcara Beauty whatever, however they do it now. Anything that says that, I don't do that on my personal profile. I do not. I want them to have to ask me so they can't go anywhere else because that's what works. If you just give it to people, they're not going to ask you. They're so contrary. Trust me. You post a picture with the brushes in Restore and you're talking about Restore, somebody's going to ask about the brushes because people are contrary to anything you say or do. So if you say, here's my link, go buy XYZ, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. Do you understand? Because people are contrary. So don't share it. Don't share your link. Just say. Maybe even just, if you like more info on these eyeshadows that are on clearance that I'm in love with, message me. If you had to put that. Maybe you're like me and you have hooded eyes. Maybe you say, these eyeshadows they're on clearance and I'm in love with them. And for a hooded eye girl like me that had gave up on eyeshadows because all they done was crease and make me look stupid, I wanted to share these with you. Maybe somebody like me needs some eyeshadow like this that they can afford. And if you want to know how to get them, you can message me. That works so much better than, here's my link. Well, it's Maskcara Beauty. No. Okay? You want them to need you. Okay. And when you get feeling really crappy and you're feeling really low, because it happens, okay? So this is what you do, right? This is what you do. You remember why you started. And if you don't know why you started, and this is for people who are trying to build, understand what I'm saying to you here, okay? You need to figure it out. And it's going to change a million times. It's going to change a million times. Listen, Stephanie. Who cares? You know what? You're going to duplicate because you don't care. You're going to duplicate because you don't care. If you let your kids show up, there's going to be other moms out there like, hell, she lets her kids in her videos. I can do that. I can do that. But if you never do it because you have kids, you're not ever going to build a team or a bigger team if that's what you want, because other moms don't know that they can do it too because they're not seeing you do it, right? That you have to lead by example. If you're not doing it, your team's not going to do it. They're going to do about 5% of what you do. So you really got to bust ass to really make it work, okay? Like, they're only going to do about 5 or 10% of what you're doing. You got to go hard, man. That's why you see me crazy all the time. Because my team's doing 5 or 10%. I'm doing pretty good. Because I work my ass off every day. Every day. And it works, man. I lead by example. Right? Okay. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, being coachable. If you're not coachable, you guys, you got to be. If you want this business to work, you have to be coachable. And then what that means is when you be ready for suggestion, ask for the suggestion. You have to. You have to do it. Because if you don't, you're going to quit. And here's the moral of the story. Never quit. If this is something that you want, don't quit. What if it takes 5 years? So what? To be financially freaking free? Hello. Hello. If that's what you want, hello, 5 years? Fly trap. Whoops. Come on. Come on, you guys. As people, we're designed for success, but we're programmed for failure because we talk ourselves out of everything. Remember what's possible and just do it. You see, Amanda makes $38,000 a month. Huh? Lots of them make 10 grand or more a month. Why ain't you? Why can't you? You can. I can. We will, if that's what we want. If we show up every day consistently, no matter what, make it muscle memory, and you do these posts, not just makeup posts for every 4 posts, then you throw a makeup post, but make sure you're using you, and you're showing who you really are. You can't fail that way. You just can't. If you're posting every day about you and then adding your makeup post here and there, you can't fail that way. As long as you're talking to people, prospecting, that's messages, doing live videos, posting every day, you can't fail. You can't. I can't tell you how fast it'll be, but it will happen if you do it every day. Instead of waiting 2 weeks, well, nothing happened yet. That don't work. Well, Michelle's been doing it almost a year, and I just now sold $4,000 twice in a row. It takes time, but it works. It totally works. Okay? Maybe say, throw away the victim card. Nobody done anything to you. That nobody owes you anything. I used to carry that around with me. It's a victim card. It was like my VIP to Excuse City. Throw that away, right? Nobody owes you nothing. And realize that it's on you. And you know how awesome it is for it to be on you? Because that means you can change it. That means you can do something about it. You have control over you. You have control over you. So what you do with this business is up to you. If you're happy, not making any money, or a couple $100 or $100, then that's awesome. That is in your control. But if you're only making $100 or so and you want to be making more money, then that is also up to you. It's up to you. You can control what effort you put out and what you don't. And you're not going to tell me that you can't, that you're not on your phone an hour a day. You're not going to tell me that and get me to believe it. If you've got an hour a day on your phone, you've got plenty of time to build. Plenty of time to do these simple things. So much time. So much time. Don't get stuck trying to learn all the things. Go out there, be unperfect, be flawed, tell your audience, you know what? You're probably going to see my kids run through here. And I don't really know how to do this makeup, but I know it's good stuff, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Or, I don't really know how to do brows, but this brush works great, and we're going to do it together. Or whatever. My house is a mess. Look at the floor. You know? Look at the floor. I would show that in my live video. Mom life, you guys, this is real life. We're going to do it together. Here we are. I'm going to show up anyway. There are no excuses. There are no excuses. Zero. That's a big fat goose egg. None. If you want it, you can do it. It's just a matter of wanting to. And I'm going to get off here before all of you hate me, because I don't mean it in a bad way. And again, if you don't have a desire for that, then you don't even need to listen to me. But if you have a desire for it, inward. Inward. Focus inward. Get on Audible, man. Listen to Get Over Your Damn Self. Listen to the 5-second rule. Listen to Go Give or Sell More. Listen to Fail Until You Don't. Fight, Grind, Repeat by Bobby Bones. And you will not fail if you do what you learn. If you do the things, you won't fail. You can't fail. There's no way to fail if you don't quit and you keep going. There's not one way. So, alright. I'm going to go. I love you all. I will see you very soon. Bye.